as well.
And then I'll check on the YouTube to see how it's looking. Don't yawn, then I'll start yawning. Alright. Just checking the title and everything on here. I think it's all... Oh, excuse me. I think we're all good.
Don't start burping because I'll start burping.
Yeah, just a little burp. Okay. So, we are now live. I did share this on the community section on YouTube and then on the Mummy and the Monkey Facebook group. And then on my own Facebook wall.
Okay.
So, I don't know how many people will join us, but that's okay. You know, they can always watch later.
That's true. Hi, Louie. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Good morning, guys. We hope, well, it's morning here right now if you're watching this live. We hope that wherever you are in the world that you're doing good. And this podcast is going to start in a few minutes here. Yeah. And I got my coffee, just hanging out. I've got my show notes. Louie is joining us. I think he wants treats or he wants me to take him out to the backyard. Louie the cat. He's over there. Come here, Lou. Hi, Lou. You want to sit with me? He's like, no.
Well, there he is. Nope, you can't go out, Lou.
No, not right now, Louie. Okay, well, while we're waiting for James, let me introduce myself, and I'll talk about the podcast. We'll get it started, and then he can jump right in a few minutes here. My name is Janet. I'm also known as Janet Decay, the Mummy from the Mummy and the Monkey. This is the Mummy and the Monkey YouTube channel. We are resellers as part of our day jobs. We're also horror film hosts. We stream live every Friday night on our Facebook fan page, The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout, where we take an old public domain or independent movie and we'll add sound effects. We play comedy skits. We have a live chat. We do prize giveaways. And it's a lot of fun. It's a throwback to the old late night movie hosts that you would see on TV, but with a new twist, a modern twist with the technological advances of the internet.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. You know, we've been the Mummy and the Monkey since 2014. We are approaching our 7-year anniversary as being the Mummy and the Monkey.
That's right.
And do you want to introduce yourself, James?
Yeah, well, you already did, but hi.
Well, I didn't introduce you. You can talk about something.
Hi, I'm the name she just called me. It's James, the hairy half of the Hairy Scary Hangout. I play Grimm Gorri, the chimpanzee, monkey, ape character. And yeah, we've been, I mean, I think you said it all, so I mean, I don't want to repeat everything. But yeah, so that what she said. And we're here to do our podcast today, of course. This is what we do. Hey, don't, nice, he's starting to tear this chair up. You know, we're here to do our, we'll try to do a weekly podcast, live podcast streaming.
So this is our Living the Screen podcast where we talk about half of it, we talk about the reselling. Half of it, we talk about the Mummy and the Monkey behind the scenes with the little show that we do. Yeah. All right. So let's get into the reselling part of it first.
Yes, let's do it. Dive right in.
Yes, we're going to jump right in there. And eBay's been like dead this week.
Dead to me. Dead to everybody.
It's feeling like eBay is broken this week.
If you're out there selling and if you're a reseller and you're doing good on eBay, then good for you because over here it is.
Yeah, it's like, so like last month I had a couple weeks where sales were like really good and now it's like just dipping down right now. It's just real quiet. I don't know. I have a 10% off coupon right now on my eBay store, and I think that was helping with some sales. Mm-hmm. But I was even sending out offers, like 10% off offers, and it's just slow right now.
Yeah, super.
And so I can't explain it, but it's this weird roller coaster ride of reselling online where you have some weeks where it's like dead, and other weeks where you're like, woohoo, you know, money, sales.
Yeah.
So you have to be prepared for that. It's definitely good if you are a reseller long term to, you know, have some money set aside for when it is slow, you're good and you can eat and pay your bills. Hey,
Hello,
Tom
Louie.
O. And hello, Grandpappy. Good morning, guys.
Grandpappy and Tom O.
And I had 2 returns in my eBay store.
Oh, yeah?
And I don't get a lot of returns. I maybe get a couple returns every few months. So when I get a return, I'm like, oh no, it's the end of the world. Because one of them was a $99 return.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was
Ouch.
a designer men's blazer, a men's jacket, John Varvatos. And I had it listed for a while. I think I paid maybe $10 for it at Goodwill a long time ago. And it finally sold, but the guy who bought it wanted to return it. He said it didn't fit him right. It was like a little too small.
Maybe he's a little too big.
Well, when I measured it, I thought it was a 40 chest. I could have sworn it was. I put it in the listing 40. He said it felt more like a 38, and then he found the tag in the pocket, which I did not see right away. It said 38R. So my measuring was off, or I don't know what was going on there, but it was my fault. I made a mistake with measuring it, and I should have checked for any tags that had the size. I guess at the time, maybe when I listed it, I didn't see the tag. So, I did apologize, and then he was able to send it back, and I did give him a refund. He did return the jacket. It was safe in one piece. It wasn't ripped up or anything. He must have tried it on and been like, this doesn't fit right. I want to return it. So I did give him his money back, and I did correct the listing with the correct size and relisted it on eBay. So if it's sold once, it could sell again.
Sure.
So I'm not, it's upsetting, but I'm not like that,
Well,
Did you have any returns?
No, not for a while, but that doesn't help any because I'm not selling anything, and this misplaced stuff is driving me crazy, or not being able to figure out what happened to some stuff that I sold that I can't find. But it does happen.
Have you considered setting up like an inventory,
a
way to organize it?
Sure. I mean, the thing with my stuff is it's weird. You wouldn't understand. But I know where everything. Things make sense to me the way they are because I have things in categories. So all the books are in one place, all the toys are in one place. So it's not that hard to keep control of it. It's just a matter of like when small things go missing. Like I have 2 things. I have 2 little plastic bins that they just disappeared.
Wow.
They're not anywhere in the area at all where they should be. It was strange to me because I don't remember moving them anywhere. I wouldn't have any reason to move these small little shoe box type bins anywhere else but where they were. There's no reason to take them out of there, and they're just plain not there.
That's something I'll have to talk with you outside of the podcast because I can try to help you find things too.
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of, there would be no reason for anyone else but me to have had access to those or move them anywhere. And when they're not there, I don't know where. It's just a mystery.
It throws it off, yeah.
Well, because I didn't move it. I don't know where they went.
But here's the thing, like, what if
They completely disappeared.
What if there's a day you're not feeling well and you need me to help pack up your orders?
Well, that's a difference. Well,
I think in the long run it would be nice.
Yeah,
because
of course, yeah, I want to do that at some point, and I actually I want to downsize. I want to get rid of a lot of my inventory that I know is never going to sell, and if it does, so what? And I don't want to pack it up. I've learned a lot since I started doing this a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I just went gung ho and went crazy and just would buy anything that I thought was cool. But problem with that is that even if it does sell, if it's not selling for a really good amount of money, then it's a time suck packing the stuff, finding the right size box, cutting a box down to fit it, or creating a bigger box to fit something like.
Right.
I've had some decent sales that were like like $100 or $200 with stuff that's like really like pictures, like framed pictures and stuff like that. But man, are they what to ship? They are not fun to ship. And then odd size things, what I'd like to do is just have things that fit in certain packages that we get, boxes that we can source, buy all the time.
Yeah.
Because since we don't have access to that at Dollar General, where I would love to go box hunting there because they would have all their boxes outside in those bins, in those like little bins.
We used to get a lot of free boxes from a local Dollar General store that has since closed down in the past year or so. And they used to leave their boxes, their cardboard all different sizes outside in these big carts. And when we would go up to the store, we would ask, hey, can we take some of your, can we?
I asked once and boom, it was like just.
Yeah, they were like, just take it, you know, otherwise we're just going to throw it away. So we would take all these different sized, like smaller boxes.
And we would never have a problem finding the strangest things to ship, you know, odd size wise. And we were like, oh, here's one, boom, would fit perfect.
And we got all those boxes for free. It was great. Now, there's some boxes that we order, like the 8x6x4s through eBay, the 4x4x4s, and then the little bubble mailers I order, because we don't have like that connection where you can just get all these free small boxes.
Not anymore.
To reuse.
And even then, even if you did, I mean, you always have to hope that they would have stuff in stock that wasn't rained on.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of food in it, you know.
Yeah, you want to make sure the boxes are clean.
Yeah, so.
We would have to turn a lot of them inside out so there's no writing, you know, to make them look nice when sending them out.
So yeah, so it's like, well, I just, what I've learned now is with the reselling thing is like the trade-off, you know, figure out like what, like for instance, I mean, recently I sold, I bought some magazines. They're Ninja magazines from the late 1980s. And I would never have guessed that that wouldn't have even crossed my mind that they were worth anything. I think I bought a stack of them, like 7 or 8 of them, a couple, maybe less than a month ago.
Yeah,
and
that was from the Streetsboro.
Yeah, I bought a stack of them. I spent $30 that day on that and some other stuff, but I've sold 3 of them so far. Actually, 5 technically, because there's some offshoot that weren't that title, but they're ninja related from the 80s. Mm-hmm. Anyway, long story short, you know, martial arts, weapons articles, things like that.
Yeah.
Self-defense stuff. And the one main thing is they have a poster on the inside that's like an airbrushed poster of a ninja beating somebody up.
Oh, wow.
Every issue has a different cover, and then the cover's the poster.
They're really unique looking magazines. They're just kind of obscure, hard to find, and I guess that must be why they go for so much.
Well, so I would say, so yeah, the last 2 I sold, they were $100 a piece. Same guy bought 2.
Wow.
$200 for 2 magazines. I think we got those mags for like a few bucks a piece. About, you know.
Wow.
It was just insanely good return on investment. But now that I know that's something to look for, maybe I don't even know how many of them out there, but it's definitely something that, you know, I won't pass up again. But what else like that can be found that's easy to ship? I mean, they're magazines. They're very easy to pack up. You know, don't take any space, easy to store.
Right.
So, and I know I hear a lot of resellers talk about that.
Like finding smaller things that don't take up a lot of room.
Yeah.
And it's funny because this week I also listed like 4 or 5 larger items. Like I usually am the same way. I try to find smaller things.
Larger meaning?
Like bulky items.
Like.
So I'm going to, yeah.
Okay, so.
So like a vintage typewriter. I listed that, and that's a good 20-pound little typewriter. A vintage projector, a portable projector that was in our YouTube video last week where I was testing out old appliances, old electronics. So I listed that projector, and it comes in this big case. So with the case, it's like a 40-pound projector. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a bulkier item to ship, and it's bulky to store it. Mm-hmm. Trying to think what else. Some picture frames that were. Oh yeah, that too. Some picture framed art prints that were like larger. I put those on auction just recently, and I'm storing them. And then an antique sewing machine or vintage sewing machine. And that's like a good 40 pounds.
Yeah, but you have a passion for that stuff.
But it's fun stuff to list. Like that kind of stuff I'm okay because I've had good luck selling them in the past. Mm-hmm. But I know with some of that it is a long tail. Like it's not going to sell in a few days. It might sell in a few months, maybe up to a year. But I know it will sell, and they're cool. They're cool items. I just, you know, I have an interest in them.
Right.
But overall, yeah, I'm trying to find like smaller stuff that doesn't take up as much room.
Jewelry.
Like jewelry, some clothing pieces. I don't put up a lot of clothing anymore, but some clothes I will. Little vintage toys or knickknacks, and like I have my inventory all in plastic totes, and it has numbers or letters on each tote. So when an item sells, like let's say I sell a Barbie doll or a G.I. Joe, and it's in bin B, okay, well, I go into bin B and get that doll or get that action figure, and I know like exactly where it is. But not all of my stuff is like that. Like there's still some items I need to fix and put into that type of system.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's one item I listed a few weeks ago and I forgot to put what bin it's in. I forgot to put the bin location in the listing.
So an inventory system is only good as if it's used.
It's only good if you do it. And for some of my listings, like I'll forget, and that's not a good thing. Because now I'm like, oh, well, where is that? I have to go back and think about what bins I used in the past few weeks and look through all of those bins to find that one little item.
Call it counterproductivity.
Yes. So it's a lesson, a hard lesson learned on my part that I need to remember to put the bin location in either the description or in the item specifics under custom SKU on eBay.
Very good. Yeah.
So there's that. I do have another return.
Uh-oh.
I have another return that's open right now. The jacket, the men's jacket, that's all done. I refunded him and that return's cleared out of my store. I have another return. It's a vintage velvet robe. And it's like a lady's like house coat or like
or man's
or a nightgown robe or whatever. It's like from the 50s. It has an old retro tag on it. I had it listed for $29.99 plus shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's velvet, it's kind of heavy. The shipping would be a little costly, maybe close to $10 or more. Someone from California messaged me and they're like, oh, I really want this vintage robe, but the shipping's really high to California and I'm on a budget and it's going to be used for this art project. And, you know, it's, you know, we don't have a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. This whole like sob story. I'm hearing her life story. And that should have been a red flag to me right away. I should have said, you know, or should have just not sold to that person in all honesty. When I get messages like that in the past, it's usually issues and problems. And I'm not saying all things like that are, but I get the feeling like if someone's telling me this whole story, like it's an exaggeration or maybe it's not all truthful. I get like a weird gut feeling about that. But I'm like, you know what? It's a sale. I'll offer her $20. She could buy it for $20 plus shipping. So she had almost $10 off. I gave her an almost $10 discount. So she bought it for $20 plus shipping. Almost a month goes by, you know, a few weeks go by, and I get a message saying that it had a rip in it. It doesn't match the photos. It doesn't fit right. It's not going to work. Oh, and I paid so much for it. You paid $20 and you live in California. If you can afford a house in California, you can afford a $20 robe. I'm sorry. You know, it's just very strange to me, in my opinion, anyway. This is just me venting my opinion.
You have a hello to say out there.
Oh. Matthew Binney, VHS Video World says, hello, love your videos. Oh, thank you, Binney. And Dark Trifles says, thanks for the info. Thank you. So, yeah, now there's a return open for this robe. She's claiming an item not as described, or an INAD, whatever the abbreviation, INAD, it doesn't sound right. Item not as described.
Yeah, INAD.
So I have another return open for this, and she sent me another message recently, you know, about, oh, it doesn't fit right, and it has a rip in it, and I'm just, all I did was respond back a few days later. I'm like, if you're unhappy with the item, eBay has a return policy. You can send it back. That's all that I said.
Yeah, I mean,
I wanted to say something else, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to be like, you know what, you could just send it back. If you don't like it, send it back. I think she might have been looking for another discount. Some people do that where they want a partial refund. I don't really do partial refunds unless if it's like a mistake I made or something. So
yeah, like,
supposedly she's going to send it back. We'll see how it goes.
My favorite partial refund thing was not too long ago when I sold a CD for like $260. It's a rare
260.
Yeah, I had it for like $5. And
wow.
I worked out $260. I mean, I paid $1 for it. But anyway, it was Blur was the name of the band, but it was a limited edition, sort of stamped by artist, a graffiti artist named Banksy, and it had a rubber stamped cover that Banksy did, and basically it's like him signing something. So it's a rare thing to find, and I found it with a bunch of other stuff for $1. Anyway, so I bought it at Goodwill. And I took the sticker off, you know, the sticker they put on there, the price sticker.
Yes.
Thank God they didn't write in grease pencil on that, because it was a cardboard sleeve.
Oh.
Like the raw cardboard, not the finished with the shine.
Yeah, that ink would be stuck in there.
Grease pencil.
The grease pencils, the whatever pencil they use to price it.
I removed the price tag, but there was a little bit of the adhesive on there still, which could be removed very easily with like a rubber cement. Pickup, they're called, and it's just basically a hard piece of rubber. You can use any piece of rubber and get that off. Anyway, so shipped it out, and about a week later, hey, this thing has some unknown sticky substance on the back. It wasn't in the description. All right, so I didn't say anything. I said, well, you can send it back if you don't like it. Never heard back from the guy, and like you said, you thought maybe he wanted some kind of like a partial discount. But
they want you to be like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
here, have
$50.
have another discount.
Yeah. You already got it for less than I was trying to sell it for.
Yeah.
And it's not something that couldn't. I mean, I should have removed it.
It's not like a CD that you could pick up at the Walmart. It was like a rare CD.
And what they were complaining about was something that could be easily cleaned by them if it was really a bother to them.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't even that big of a deal. But.
So if she sends this back in one piece.
Send her back. Then
I'll refund her, no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird, like, lengthy message and over-explaining. It's a bad sign, because in the past I've had that happen before, and I should have known to just not sell to that person when you get weird messages like that repeatedly.
Yeah, we've realized that, and I'm sure many people out there that resell, when you get these run-on messages from people, don't deal with them.
Yeah, when they over-explain, when they ask way too many questions, it's like almost like a red flag, like there's something up, or they're going to be too particular, or they're wanting it almost free.
Didn't you just tell me, what was that one you read me that was like really weird about how I had to go to the doctor and was it the road?
That was that person.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, because then I hear then she sends me this message about how she was bedridden and in the hospital and couldn't write back right away.
Weird.
Like
too much.
Just all over the place with the weird messages. And I should have known like to just not sell to her.
I can't see that.
Bargain Barons!
Hey,
oh, thank you. Good morning, beautiful people.
Oh, wow.
Good morning, beautiful Bargain Barons.
She must be talking about you.
Aw.
Well, they must be talking
Rob
about
and
you.
Karen, the Bargain Barons, are YouTube friends.
Yes.
They have an amazing YouTube channel, guys. Later on, check out their cool videos. I love the video of Karen buying all that beautiful vintage jewelry. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous stuff.
Well, then they had the
she should like wear all of the jewelry. She should do a video where she's like wearing all of the sparkle bling jewelry.
Like Mrs. T.
Yeah. With the fur coat.
All the what's it?
The Sherman.
Sherman, yeah.
The Sherman vintage jewelry.
Wow, that collection's amazing. And then Rob had the incident with the haunted chandelier candlesticks, the crystals where.
Oh, the crystals fell. Yeah, it just.
That was freaky.
It looked like it could have been haunted.
You never know.
That was neat. All right, let's see. Matthew says, you both so cool. Thank you. Love how you make your videos and your show with the old classic funny movies. Aw, thanks, Matthew. Bargain says, we have your intro again in the middle of our next video. Probably will come out tomorrow. Aw, that's
Thanks.
sweet.
And so, yeah, it always catches us off guard too when you do that. Like, hey,
yeah, that's really
they
sweet.
use that. That's pretty nice. Yeah, and we've done the little like the promo you cut for us in recent episodes too. So.
Yeah, you guys have appeared on our Hairy Scary Hangout show, our one that we stream on Facebook. We do upload the replay to YouTube like the next day or the day after. But yeah, you guys are on our show a couple times. Jess, oh, thank you, Jess. He says I'm lovely. That's sweet. Mrs. T, ha ha ha. So yeah, there's like the eBay drama right now. My sales are slow, and I had 2 returns and 1 like strange customer.
Yeah, but this slowdown, this is just it's really aggravating, especially when you're listing. You listed almost 30 items the other day.
I listed 30 items the other day. So I'm trying. So we have a little office room where it's half his part of the office with his computer stuff, half mine, where we do our like office type of work or his artwork. And I'm decluttering my side and going through some stacks of books and magazines and some comic books. And I did list some of that stuff, and some of it I'm donating that isn't really sellable online. And yeah, and then I listed like some other stuff. I listed like 30 items the other day, and like I only had like 2 sales go through in 2 days.
Algorithm schmalgorithm.
Yeah, because people are like, oh, you need to list more on eBay for the algorithm.
No,
and it doesn't always work.
But what's funny is that you would tell that to me. You need to list more. You need to list more. Algorithm. Well, it might. But do you have to like 30 things a day?
Maybe like
for a
5
month?
things a day or something.
I mean, you can't just take a break. I mean, not that you're taking breaks, but it's like I think the algorithm works. It's like it's a momentum thing. I don't know why it would matter. Like I've always said, what I don't understand. Well, so the algorithm. See, I don't know how to say these words. It's supposed to push the items that you have for sale to the like. Why would eBay? That makes no sense to me. I mean, unless they just have so much in the system, there has to be a way for everyone to see. So I don't understand. I guess I'm trying.
Well, there's some other YouTubers that will and resellers that will say if you list so many items each day on eBay, it like does something to the algorithm where your items get seen more and then you sell more.
Or is it just an odds thing?
I honestly think, of course, if you list more stuff, if you have more inventory on eBay, you have a better chance of selling things because those items are posted and they can be seen and you have a chance of selling them.
But going back to an earlier conversation we had about when you initially when you source things, and if you check the solds, you go in and do your your quick what's sold within the last 90 days, and if there's nothing that comes up, then you probably shouldn't even buy that thing.
Right. When
it might sell, even though there's no solds, it could sell. But if you base all of your you
need to see what has sold in the past 90 days. And eBay with sales, with their info, it goes back 90 days. Anything farther than that, you could use a program called TerraPeak that goes back 1 year, and that's a free service to most eBay store people. And then there's another service, it's a pay service called WorthPoint that goes back many, many years. So if you have like rare, valuable antiques and you're having trouble looking something up, you could pay for their service and look it up on WorthPoint.
Here's what I see about it, but this is based on my own personal, the way I'm selling stuff and not selling stuff on eBay. Someone could have 10,000 things in their store and not one thing will sell if nobody wants it, and as opposed to someone who has 10 things that could sell them that in a week because it's stuff people want. So it's not about how many things you have on there.
It's about having the right items too. It's a combination. You need like good inventory and then stuff that's going to sell. That could sell quickly.
Right, but a lot of people go, well, I don't understand, I have 10,000 things, but you have 10,000 things nobody wants.
A lot of the stuff I have, I admit, is long tail, and we used to listen religiously to a podcast called Scavenger Life. They since have stopped their podcast, but they were podcasting for 10 years.
Straight, without stopping.
10 years straight. Every Sunday night, they'd upload a podcast, and we loved listening to it. So we miss you, Scavenger Life.
Yeah.
But they had the idea of kind of a set it and forget it. They had stuff that would sell from like 5 years ago. They had like 8,000 items in their store. So they were consistently selling things, but it took a while to build it up. And a lot of their stuff was long tail. It was like art pieces, antiques, knickknacks, that type of thing. So I think a lot of my items are longer tail, and that's something I need to look into, is finding things that could sell faster. Maybe finding those things that are like a quick flip. Let's check the comments.
This stuff's rolling, yeah, let's see.
Swamp Picker says, sold my popcorn bowls. Awesome, Swamp Picker. There's another great YouTuber. He puts out videos of things that he finds at yard sales, things that he sold. So there is the Swamp Picker. He's a fellow scavenger. Bargain Baron says, I want to make you guys a better promo. Oh, that's sweet.
That's fine, yeah. And we'll cut a new one for you, too.
Maybe we'll record something new.
Do a couple of them so you could have them. If you ever want to show them, you can.
That's awesome.
Definitely, yeah.
If you guys want to send us something, we could play it on our channel, too. Help promote each other.
Sure.
Same with Swamp Picker. Glenn, the Swamp Picker from Louisiana, if you want to send us a promotional video for your YouTube channel, we can air it on our shows. And, hopefully it helps.
Yeah, we probably should take this to the next level and do some little production with an intro and some like little guest shout outs and stuff like that we
That'd
play,
be cool.
because we use we're using this program anyway, so I could load a few things.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to kind of, because one time we haven't done it in a while, but we've shown video of us shopping in a store, like on one of our live podcasts, and we just comment over the video. So
yeah,
more stuff like that. That
That'd
could
be
be more
cool.
interesting than just uploading the same type of videos all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm
Hey,
just
what's next?
checking my notes. So show and tell.
Yeah, well.
So you have some.
Well, it's Halloween time.
Halloween.
In the retail business, right?
Right.
Actually, it's Christmas retail right now, but Halloween is in May when you can buy it now. But no, so
They
store.
keep pushing it early, right?
You'll see it in the video, Janet. When does that come out?
Oh,
Your
that's
Mark's one?
right. So we have a new video airing tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Ooh.
It's about a 15-minute video. It's a shorter one, but we found some really cool Halloween stuff.
It's short but girthy.
Yes, it's short,
The video.
but it's short but sweet. We go to a thrift store and find some things, and then we find some really, really cool things at this discount store. And James is going to give you a sneak peek of some of the things we found.
Yes.
So, James, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a store in the Cleveland Northeast Ohio regional area called Mark's, MARC''S, and their grocery store / discount. What would you closeouts and stuff like that.
It's a grocery store and closeout store. That's Northeast Ohio exclusive. It's like a family-owned business.
It used to be called Bernie Schulman's back in the day.
Yeah, Bernie Schulman's.
And then they changed it to Mark's. But anyway, so Halloween is great. I mean, they get in stuff that's like discontinued, like Halloween costumes and stuff like that. All kinds. And we showed you some last podcast.
You can literally find anything and everything in the Mark's closeouts section.
Yeah, you
like,
never know.
You might go in there to pick up some bread and milk, just pick up some grocery stuff, and then you get lost in the closeouts and end up finding all these things and buying all this stuff you didn't really go in there to buy.
And every Mark's location has different stuff, when it comes to Halloween and closeouts in general all year round. But then the Halloween stuff, it's not like they all get the same inventory. It's always random.
They buy all these random pallets of closeout and clearance and liquidated stuff. And each store will get in things that are a little bit different. So we'll go to different stores in the area just to see, like, if what they have and
because
what we could find.
So we went to the Honey Hole, which is our favorite Goodwill location, and then which we didn't do really good at. We didn't find a whole lot of stuff, but Mark's is right next door, so we said, hey, you know what? Let's just go check that out real quick to see what's what. And they had a bunch of cool costume stuff that I haven't seen at the other couple of Mark's we've been to recently. But one of them here is a Frankenstein's jacket. It's just a jacket, but it's a Universal Monsters licensed product.
Ooh.
So it's like a one-size-fits-all thing. Can you see it okay there?
Deal's good.
Ooh, deal's good. Here, hold it. And they had a lot of these morph suits, the suits that you put, it's like a body stocking.
Yes.
They have this really cool goblin guy right here.
Yeah, he's freaky looking.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And then this one, they only had one of these, but this like sort of like weird, what's he called? Laughing Jack type of costume. Hopefully
Yeah, like some weird goth creature there.
So I bought multiples of the goblin one, like 3 or 4 of those, and then whatever I thought made sense, a couple sizes. They only had one of the Jack ones. The Frankenstein. Oh, they have a Wolfman shirt too. It has a little bit of the Wolfman chest hair.
Yeah, you'll see that in the video that we played tonight.
But we bought a bunch of stuff for like $50 yesterday. Listed it all last night. So far, nothing. But we'll see.
But here's the thing: with some of those costumes,
these are
one could sell for $50.
Okay.
So if you buy all this stuff for only $50 and you sell a couple of costumes, you're gonna make some money on it.
And the question is, how much were they? Were $3.99 a piece.
Only $3.99 a piece.
Now we checked the solds. We did what we just talked about.
We looked at solds,
and
there were solds within the past 90 days, anywhere from like 29 to 50.
Yes. So with any luck, I got bigger sizes, for the people are looking for stuff.
Yeah.
We saw a few of these. Will be good, and then the rest is gravy.
You also listed some monster masks too.
Lots of them. Yeah, I did that
Halloween
last night as well.
masks.
The stuff we showed last podcast.
Yeah.
Remember we showed all that stuff.
So I have a feeling some of those are going to sell for
Let's
you.
hope so.
Maybe send out some 10% offers, like some just take, shave a little off the top.
Yeah.
And people will be like, wow, what a deal, I want to buy that.
I hope so. I don't know. It's already kind of a deal, but.
Yeah.
Because using a retail, the retail stickers say $54.99.
Just for this little jacket?
Yeah.
The Halloween store wanted.
It was $29 for $99.
$29.99. So, I mean, you might pay $50 for one costume in a Halloween store.
It'd be way cheaper to order it online.
I mean,
even with shipping.
Even if you ordered one online for like $29, you're still saving like $20.
And I didn't price these at the highest price either. I think just about every one of them was $24.99 plus shipping. So $24.99 plus $7 shipping. You're talking about a little bit of $35, still cheaper than $54 if you went to the Halloween store.
Right, because we love those Halloween stores.
Oh, they're awesome,
but the prices are real spendy.
Gougey.
And I hate paying full price like that. I'm just very I don't want to say cheap. But frugal. I'm very frugal with what I buy and my spending.
They get you for.
I try to find a deal.
Look at that.
Oh, Louie. Louie is laying in front of our webcam stand.
Splayed.
He's just like belly up. It's so funny.
Straight on his back.
He's like, I'm cute, pet me.
Oh, he's so cute. I gotta.
He's like, look how cute I am.
I gotta pet the belly. I gotta pet that belly. I have to.
Tom says, cool, Frankie's jacket. Swamp Picker says, thanks, it's been a while since I made a video. Well, you should make some.
Yeah.
We want to see you make videos, Swamp Picker. Tom says, if you're digging this live stream, please subscribe, hit the bell, and give Janet and James a big ol'.
Yeah.
Have you seen my channel, says Matthew. Oh, cool. I'm going to show that comment.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why that was.
Maybe promoting another thing or something.
Oh, that's okay. You
I
can
don't know
say
why.
that.
Yeah.
And Tom O put up kitty emojis.
Well, and not to bring the room down, but we just heard some sad news in the reseller community. There is a couple that had their own channel for a long time called the
Alabama Pickers.
And they, without getting too much into it,
they were a husband and wife reselling team, and they would make some interesting videos. Yeah. We would watch their videos sometimes. We didn't know them personally, but we did enjoy watching some of their videos.
Which is weird because it's almost just like television and in movies when people, the people watching feel like they know the people that they're watching. And when they go and they meet them, oh my God, it's so good to meet you. The person's like, yeah, thank you for liking me, but I don't really know you. But, but you feel like you know them.
But you feel like you know them because they're in your living room and you're like watching their videos. Yeah.
So any of these people, so there's interesting relationships going on, and it's even more so now with YouTube. So we're fans of a lot of people out there who we've never met, but but you enjoy their stuff, and they're in your living room consistently or wherever you're watching them, and it can become part of your life, and you learn stuff from them, things like that. What to do, what not to do, whatever, to see it, get a taste of, in this case, the reselling life, and that's what they did. They both passed away recently from COVID-19, and
it's very sad.
Really,
our hearts go out to their families.
Yes,
it's a very sad situation.
Condolences for the situation. It's just really, and I guess it hits hard because, or hits close to home because they were. I mean, they're doing this stuff. You see them in those videos, and they're like, they're there. And then now they're not.
And now they're gone. So now if you watch their videos, it's like you're watching a ghost or something. It's sad.
They couldn't have been out of their 40s yet, those two.
They weren't that old, no.
So anyway, our condolences to the families, and and
we want people to be safe out there. And personally, we were vaccinated, and we are, in our opinions, we want to protect ourselves the best we can. So we made that decision to go and do that, in hopes that we can protect ourselves.
And other people
people around us that we care about as well. Even people we don't know, it's all about being safe and helping each other.
That's the ripple effect.
Hopefully. So that's all we're going to say about that.
Yeah, no matter what you choose to do out there, just,
Yeah, we're not political. This isn't about politics. It's about being healthy, being safe.
Sure. But yeah, but I just wanted to bring that up because it was a shocker. And actually, she passed first. He passed after her, but not too long. We just heard about him passing the other day. You know, so.
Yeah, it was shared in one of
was-
the reseller groups. I saw the post and I thought, oh no.
Yeah, I thought he was still in the ICU. So.
Yeah, because she passed and then he was in the hospital fighting and
So-
he didn't make it.
And another reason I bring that up too is like I know a lot of people, and us included in a way. Actually, well, that's not true anymore because we just had a friend recently who went through the bout with it.
We had a friend that almost died.
Well, almost died from
Yeah.
it, but even someone I would say is a little bit closer because we actually speak to her, know her, and she's done stuff for the show. Who got through it fine, but there was a little bit of shaky time there where she didn't really know what was going to go on.
Yeah.
So it's starting to get closer and closer and closer to everybody, and
Yes.
and that kind of thing. Since they've had so many people, you know, that they reached. If you didn't know anybody, like even kind of know or familiar with somebody, because like I said, once you watch a lot of these types of any kind of show on YouTube or Facebook, whatever, you kind of know them, you know what I mean, in a way.
Yeah. You
And-
feel like you get to know them, or you get to, even if you don't know them personally, you like, maybe you like their personality, you enjoy their content.
They're relatable, and
it's someone you could relate to.
so anyway, so if
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure that who knows that sort of thing. Hope you know who it touched, you know, who it got to. So I mean, that's how it started out. We knew people, heard of things happening, and now it's just like, you know.
Oh, it's just
yeah, but
it's
again,
sad. It gives you this just it's terrible.
but anyway, hopefully, you know, we hope we hear less of that.
Yeah,
As
we
the
want to
months and
hear
years go
good
by.
stories. We want to hear success stories.
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
we want to
But
hear more
like
positivity.
I said, not to change the
Right.
mood or anything, but you know, it's just something that affected our resale week. You know, I mean, it was something that's definitely news to us, and you know, we want to hear more good stories, I guess. Ultimately, so
we're gonna
are we
change
getting beat up or
gears
anything else?
and let's go into the Mummy and the Monkey. We're gonna talk more about the Mummy and the Monkey now. We talked about reselling. Now we're gonna switch over to that. So
Yes, I think I got all the, and I think the coffee's starting to finally kick in the beginning of the show.
I'm on my second cup of coffee.
I am too.
So I feel a little more,
sometimes,
a little more with it now.
but I don't know what I don't know if it's maybe because I ate breakfast right before, so I was getting the old person. Oh, I ate too much food and now I'm tired. You know, my stomach, all the blood goes to my digestion. But now the coffee's starting to kick in. So
Yeah.
I apologize for what's going to happen next in advance. No.
All right, so the Mummy and the Monkey. This is really exciting news.
Cha-ching,
This is
it
something
is.
we can share that's happy.
What?
2 days ago, or a couple days ago, we burned our very first
Oh.
our very first ever Blu-ray disc.
Woohoo!
Like, we've never made Blu-rays before. This is brand new to us.
Some people make babies, we make Blu-rays.
We made a Blu-ray.
Yeah, we made a Blu-ray together.
Is it a girl? Is it a boy? It's a Blu-ray. Our very first Mummy and the Monkey Blu-ray. We have our master copy. I am just so happy that we were able to get that done because
You knocked it out, yeah.
we're learning about some of this tech stuff, and some of it we learn as we go.
Yes.
I got a Blu-ray burner for the computer.
You learned a
bought the
lot within
discs.
about 24 hours about
I had to
burning
do
stuff and
a lot of
converting
research.
stuff. But it really did help out because
Yeah.
well, you got your new computer, which is good. That helped out immensely.
Yes, I recently got a new to me computer so I can edit the videos and actually have it run consistently. On the old computer, my editing program was just crapping out on me, and it was just very difficult to do any editing on my old computer.
But I edited the video for this one.
You did. You
I
edited
put all the
the
segments
together.
You just slapped them together. But
And I put all the pieces together to make the puzzle.
and you took the ball and then you figured out how to actually prepare it for Blu-ray burning.
Yes.
Which the first attempt was terrible because
Well,
it was DVD.
I made a DVD. I tried to put it on DVD first.
Yeah.
And the video that we shot for Skits and Giggles Volume 2, it's 1920 by 1080. So it's like HD. I think that might be, is that considered 4K? I don't know.
No.
Probably not.
Not at all.
I think 4K is a little bit higher.
A lot higher.
I'm learning. I don't know.
But the point is that it definitely is better resolution
Yes.
than what you would, however, because what we learned too, both of us learned that a regular DVD, you can't convert 1080 for some reason the way we're doing it. Now, the question becomes, well, how do they do it for regular release DVDs, which look fine in a player? Well, I think they have a different type of encoding program. Like they have different software or whatever. See, again, we're not tech people, but there's got to be a way that they process that film so it can fit on a regular DVD.
And with my editing program, I had to buy like an extra thing to even burn Blu-rays.
Blu-ray external burner.
Well, I had to buy the burner, and then I had to actually purchase something extra with my editing program to even burn the Blu-ray.
Right, to process it.
To process it and everything.
Anyway,
so well worth it though. Well worth it because we tested it in the player. It does play. It plays on the big TV.
Night and day.
Yeah, because when I tried to put it on DVD, the picture was blurry. The sound was off. It was like a badly, like those old badly dubbed Godzilla movies where the sound is off. It
wasn't good.
It wasn't good at all.
And we didn't want to offer that to our viewers.
I'm like, we can't sell that to people. Like, I would feel embarrassed to sell something that looks bad like that.
But with the final thing, and it can only get better from here. We'll know what to do now from here on out. But this turned out really well. It's a little over an hour long, jam packed with stuff. I mean, so there's no movie obviously, but it's all skits. And interviews and some weird stuff, a blooper reel.
Skits, celebrity interviews, a blooper reel. It's about 71 minutes. 70,
a little over an hour.
A little over an hour. And, it's nice. It's HD. Yeah. The picture looks nice. You put it together really nice.
It was fun. I had a fun time with editing the segments and stuff like that. We did hosted segments in between, chunks of skits and interviews. So there's Mummy and the Monkey in there. Mm-hmm.
And with that master copy, we're working on getting some made professionally. So it can look nice, for the fans. It'll be in a nice Blu-ray case with a cover.
Did all the artwork for it.
You did the artwork for the cover. It looks good. You did a good job.
It all turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
And we're going to probably do a second release with different artwork for the different spin on it. But anyway.
We wanted to do a Halloween special too, and there's still time where we can.
Ooh, we got to get to it.
It's just, a lot to put together.
Pumpkin Spice 5.
We could. Yeah. We could. So we have some locations secured where we can film for Halloween. That's kind of still in the works to try to do something cool for Halloween. But we wanted to get at least one new Blu-ray, our first Blu-ray out this fall, hopefully in time for Cinema Wasteland.
Yes, it should be fine by this.
Cinema Wasteland is October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2021. It's going to be in Strongsville, Ohio. For more information, you can check out cinemawasteland.com. We will be there. We will be wearing PPE as a safety precaution. And we encourage others, if it's crowded, to also do the same.
Well, CDC and all that's saying the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's not mandated, but they encourage people to do so. And it's, again, it's just read. I would say just read what you need to read to figure stuff out. Educate yourself on everything. And I personally read both sides of everything. So
yeah, and like I said, it's not, it's about health, public health and safety. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all we'll say about that.
Right.
Barkin Baron says, wow, you guys, that sounds awesome. I have never thought of putting out episodes on DVD before, but I remember you talking about it last time, and now the Blu-ray talk got me thinking.
You should. I mean, it's not as expensive as you might think it might be.
Yeah, it's really, once you get it going, like, it's not, we can send you information in a private message, Barkin Barons.
Yeah,
it's really not that. It's just learning the tech stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what if they have a similar service over there, and if shipping would be that much more, from.
I think the company that we use would probably
international
go to Canada as well, but the shipping might be a lot higher.
There might even be local places.
There might be a company in Canada that could do that for you.
But yeah, if it's anything like the one we use, a service we use, they're pretty good. We haven't had any problems with them as far as quality or anything like that. We sold a lot of DVDs with that service.
Yeah, in the past we have put some of our content on DVD. Not really like our live streaming shows, but like recorded episodes or videos.
Yeah, and with this company, you upload all your stuff to a template, and they ship you the DVDs, whatever you order, right? Mm-hmm. And I think the more you order, the cheaper they get.
If you ordered more in bulk, well, the prices fluctuate every day, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you could go on the site and Well, we could go more in detail about it.
Yeah, and we'll just say that what you spend per DVD. If you sell one DVD, you'll be good.
Yeah.
You know, down the line.
But you always have to factor in the shipping as well, because shipping's even high for us. Because
to get them shipped from.
Because if you're ordering a lot of something, the box is heavy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and something you can put. You know, you'd receive at your home, and then you just take it and put it on some of your merch sites. You know, you can just sell them that way.
And some people have suggested a digital download, which is a good idea, because we know Riff Tracks and some other entertainers have digital downloads. But in my opinion, we like having physical media that we can sign for people. We like releasing those from time to time, so then people can order that online and we can sign it and personalize it for them. And then they have that on their shelf as part of their collection.
Well, you can
to me, it's like something a little more special than just a download.
Yeah, but trust me, having a download is a nice option, because even Amazon does that. You know, download it for $1.99 for a limited time, or buy it for $20, whatever they do.
Yeah, so I mean, we might do that in the future, but we like the physical media.
But the digital could also be just an incentive for people to buy the actual DVD. You know, like you do with the DVDs now. You get the Blu-ray DVD digital combo thing that they sell.
Yeah.
So you get the movie on a physical DVD, but you can also go to the website and download a digital version of it.
Yeah.
But you still get it all.
And we also have some fans that are old school that maybe they don't have a Blu-ray player at this time. But the Blu-ray players have really gone down in price.
Yeah.
Like, I think we bought ours for maybe $30 on sale at some discount store, like a Walmart or Target type of store.
But it has no display or lights on it, but it works.
It's bare bones basic Blu-ray player, but it also plays regular DVDs, it plays music CDs. So you can find them relatively inexpensive, between 30 and 50 bucks.
Yeah.
It's really
on the low end, yeah.
Yeah, it's really not too bad.
No.
So for the fans that don't have Blu-ray, it's not expensive to upgrade.
And the reason why we did Blu-ray this time is you actually put a poll out on Facebook asking whether the people that watch the show would rather have a Blu-ray or DVD, and Blu-ray came out on top.
Multiple reasons. That was one of them, and then another reason is the video that we shoot now is HD. So if I try to save it at a lower resolution for DVD, it really ruins the quality of the video and the audio.
Unless there must be a
Unless
program.
if there's a way to straighten that
way.
out, but when we were trying to save it onto DVD, it was awful.
Didn't work out.
It looked so much better on Blu-ray. It just was a lot smoother.
Yeah. So we'll see. This is our first foray into Blu-ray, so we'll see.
And then, okay. So we could talk about the postcard idea.
Oh.
So let me go get that little guy.
It's not working.
What's not working?
Go ahead. We have to check the post office box.
Yeah.
Well, we did receive one submission so far. We just got that in the mail the other day. And our friend Chris Crowder made this really cool little guy who has no name yet. And that's not a beard, that's his collar. There you go. He's too young for a beard.
He's got like this fur collar.
Actually, he might be hundreds of years old.
And then he's got this creepy like skull rattle.
Pretty neat.
So we do mini monster shout outs on the Hairy Scary Hangout. Yes. People will often watch with their kids or grandkids or nieces, nephews. So we like to do little shout outs to them, and they'll email us with the first name. And he's a new mini monster mascot. This creature was dropped off to us on our last show. And we don't have a name for him yet.
Nope.
So we want the fans to name him. If you guys want to send a postcard.
But there's a caveat. It has to be via postcard.
You have to do it via postcard, old school mail.
Or letter or something.
Or like a letter or something like that. And you can send it to our P.O. box, which should be in the video description. And if it isn't, it is on the MummyAndMonkey.com. It's just on the bottom of the page. And yeah, we did get some mail already.
Yeah.
And we're going to give it a few weeks so that way people have time to send in postcards.
Yeah, because it is snail mail, so.
Yeah, and then we're going to read them all, on the air.
All 3 of them.
Hopefully more than 3. But
the first submission, I like the name that they sent in.
Yeah, we're interested in the name suggestions, and then we'll read the names, and then maybe the fans can vote on which name they like best.
I'll do my eyeballs.
Your glass? Oh, I don't know.
I got them right here.
All right, let's check comments.
Let's do.
I wonder if there's a drop ship DVD service kind of like what Teespring does, but for DVDs and Blu-ray. We'll get back to you on that, Bargain Barons. We can share a lot of details with you on that. The same company that we use that makes our physical media, I believe they offer that service.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Bye Swamp Picker, Swamp Picker left. John says, what did you think of the giant banana I sent you on Messenger? So John sent me on Facebook Messenger, and I haven't showed it to you yet.
Is it bigger than this banana?
It's some exotic tropical banana, like a real banana that's like the size of 4 bananas. It's like wild, something like that King Kong or Donkey Kong would eat.
I don't know if I can handle that size of banana. Could you? Could anybody handle it? That's a lot of banana to handle.
I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, this little guy needs a name, this little creature. He's a mini monster mascot. So I'm going to go put him back over there. He's, I don't want him to bite me. He's kind of creepy.
You got that pointy nose. You got to be careful of that. All of our mini monster mascots have pointy noses.
And he's got fangs too.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta watch. He bites. He's teething.
Yeah, big time.
All right, and then more notes. And then we'll wrap this up in a little bit here.
Alrighty, daddy.
Okay, so last year for 2020, we had a local television gig, where we were on the Big Bad Bee movie show, where pretty much we sent them a skit for every episode.
Right.
And that
was the deal.
We were content creators. We would send them a skit, and they would play the skit with a little promo for our show, and then we would play on the Hairy Scary Hangout a little still picture and just a promo saying, hey, you could catch their show on Channel 43.
Yeah, Saturday nights, 8 o'clock. That's when the original first time slot. They're being moved. They got renewed for a second season, which starts in October. Different time slot, same night, but
a later time slot.
But we, it's so good.
Well, and we will not be a part of that show anymore.
Right.
How should I? It was a mutual understanding.
Yeah, it's a natural progression.
It's a natural progression.
Right.
That, we wish them well and everything, but we are just going to do our own thing. They're going to do their own thing.
Yeah.
And that's the update with that, because we do have some fans that said that they used to watch our skits on there.
Right. And not to, I don't know. There's stuff in the works behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That we're not too clear about at the moment.
There's a lot of uncertainty with some of the TV stuff, but what is certain is that we're going to keep working on our own creativity.
For sure, yeah.
With YouTube, with streaming on Facebook, with streaming on the public media network.
So we're not sure. We can't say we're not 100% door closed on anything else happening on television for us at the moment. That door hasn't closed all the way yet.
We keep the communication and the doors open. We're open to television gigs. We're open to television offers. However,
so it's still up in the air with our fate at that particular station. So, we'll see. We're waiting to hear back from some stuff. We'll see.
So that's all. So that's the announcement.
We're hopeful, but we'll see.
Yeah. And we do post stuff on Instagram. We do post stuff on our Facebook fan pages. We do have a Twitter page, but we don't really use it that often. But if you would like to, if you're a Twitter person, you could follow us on Twitter. We are MummyAndMonkey on Twitter. Let's check out this.
Wow.
Bye, bargains.
Oh, see you guys.
Bye. Thank you for watching. How much is a P.O. box? I'm thinking of writing. Yikes. Ocean Shrugs, check with your local postmaster at your local post office. The prices change every year. So I don't work for the post office. I can't give you that info.
But Matthew Binney from VHS Video World and More has a question. He says, what's your favorite horror movie?
Oh, that's such a tough question.
We've answered this question in the past. Should I switch it up, or should I go to my standard answer, which would be The Exorcist?
Yeah.
The original Exorcist movie from the 70s. That's my favorite one, just because of the creepiness of it, the sort of like, it almost borders on, it's a horror movie, but it's also a psychological drama and some other stuff going on in there. But I just like the pace of that, and I think it's a template for a lot of stuff. It set the the bar, and then you see a lot of people, try to replicate what they did from that movie. What about you? I know what yours is.
You know what mine is. But there's a lot of horror films I like, so that's a very tough question. But if I had to narrow it down to just one that really freaked me out the most,
an early one.
But if I picked out a scary one, I would have to say the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I agree.
That is probably one of the creepiest movies I ever saw in many different ways.
In many ways. I mean,
the fact that it's based off of like Ed Gein, like the real
cannibal.
I don't know if he was a cannibal. He would just decorate his house with...
He ate some of the people.
Did he too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's a cannibal.
And then a second favorite is probably Tourist Trap with the mannequins.
Well, lesser known, but yeah. Good.
I like mannequins a lot. And creepy dolls. And that movie, I don't think it's that scary in my opinion, but it does have a creepy vibe. Similar to Texas Chainsaw, but just in a different way with these mannequins. Toby Hooper, I think, worked on that one as well.
He directed that one.
Yeah.
Toby did Tourist Trap, so there you go.
Mm-hmm. So it does have a Texas Chainsaw connection.
But recently, my favorite horror movie is Twilight. The whole Twilight series. Love it. Oh my God. Such an amazing. I mean, it's horror. I mean, you've never seen a horror like this. Vampires, werewolves,
sparkling.
And they're all hot. Hot. Horrible.
Oh no.
No, I'm just joking. Twilight.
I hope you're just joking.
Now, but so Twilight. I did go see the original movie when it came out, for whatever reason, and it sucked, to me. But then I've seen every movie after that. But the only way I watched them was the riff tracks version, where they were making fun of it. It was getting riffed on, so I watched all of them with the riffs in it. That's the only way I get through them. Let's put it that way, because the riffs are funny as hell.
Oh,
that kind of movie is so sad. But you wouldn't even watch the riff versions with me.
No.
Oh, that's so bad. Not even the part when
so bad.
In the first one where Edward runs real fast through the woods with what's her name on his back, and Bill Corporate goes like the Benny Hill thing. They're doing that because he's running real fast. It's stupid fast.
I can't. I just hate those movies. I just can't. Sorry.
If you hate them, you gotta make fun of them.
I can't.
No Twilight, man. That's
barf.
But you know what? God bless whoever wrote those. They're a millionaire now.
Anyways, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here.
Yes.
Hit the like button, and we did see that 70% of our viewers are subscribed to the channel. So that means there's 30% of you out there floating out there in the internet that did not hit subscribe. So please hit subscribe. It just takes 1 second, literally, like just click that red button. And we do appreciate you guys. We're going to continue on with the rest of the day, but good night, good fright.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on Monster Hustle.
Woo!
Do the hand thing. I guess I'm supposed to shut it off.